Hello, ladies and gentlemen of internet world. There's J-Bo here again. Thank you for watching my channel. This is Woods Walk Gun Talk number 9. And as you can see, we have had some winter. As we look at the damage from that bad storm we had a couple months ago, or a month ago, Christmas week, when we had no power for 5 days. And as you can see from these tracks, there's a lot of deer track. See that? And we got some droppings right here. Isn't that lovely? If anybody ever asks you for deer craps in the woods, there it is. So I'm gonna walk along. Obviously people have walked through here. There's footprints, which is good. Gives me a trail. Today is about 35 degrees overcast, 35 Fahrenheit for my European friends and people that tune in occasionally from out of this area, which we are located in Maine. This is the Stanton Bird Club Thorncrag Bird Sanctuary. If you want to look that up online, they have a website. It's easy to find. Comes up in any search engine. And you can see things like that uprooted tree still. That'll be there forever. They don't really do anything about that stuff here. So we're gonna walk, and like I said, it's 35 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm wearing a long sleeve thermal shirt with a double XL t-shirt over that. And they clean stuff like this. They saw those off because that tree fell right across here. So then I'm wearing another 2XL long sleeve shirt over that, and I'm wearing my really thick hoodie. And I can already tell I feel like I overdressed because I'm getting warm already, which is all right because I'm not cold. Now, we went shooting Saturday. That was a lot of fun, even though when we got there, the temperature was about 8 degrees Fahrenheit. It warmed up to a balmy 13 or so before we left. Cut the day a little short because it was cold. The wind was starting to pick up. Some more deer droppings. And if you've seen, you know, I still have not, well, it looks like one of them went to the bathroom here, or somebody did. So there's a lot of video that I shoot here, and I got really good video of a deer. And to be honest with you, I can't remember if I uploaded it to the channel. I might have. If not, I'm going to make sure I check, because I'll play this back and watch it. And I will check it out to make sure. And but it was one of the coolest things that happened last year. I just happened to be walking right through here and happened upon a deer with their little baby, and it was really cool. So I gotta check real quick and make sure we're recording. Yep. So walking along through a winter wonderland, and so we went shooting. It was nice. We didn't bring as many targets because setting that up, by the time you're done setting everything up, your fingers are frozen. And that's something we dealt with the whole time we were shooting. cold fingers. But my brother has a really nice heated steering wheel in his pickup truck. So when you get too cold, we go down and warm the fingers up, which was nice. So this is a nice place. You get this fun facts about frogs and toads. There's a little frog pond here. This is a new sign I didn't have here before. It looks like it's a sign that was on a tree that fell. So they just kind of rigged something up here. So, Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. No hunting here. I guess that's why the deer feel safe. And look at this. We got a little insect crawling on the snow. You'd think it'd be too cold for them damn things. Well, I'll step over them. Let them live. So we get some water running. The last woods walk we did was number 8. That was a couple of miles from here. So, well, it looks like somebody's been by here to pick up some wood. There was a stack of wood here. Somebody's burning it for fuel until the globalist pinko commies say you can't. And we got a snowmobile trail here. Probably the people that run this place, because they're not allowed in here, so they come in here with these, which makes sense. Now, this is usually water right here. As you can see, it's starting to melt. It's probably about a foot deep, 2 feet. And you can see the water move when I hop up and down on here. But I know this is safe because it's been very, very cold lately. So we used to go out and play ice hockey on the lakes, and you could look down in the thermal or stress cracks and you could physically see how deep the ice was, like when you're looking at a cracked ice cube. For you watching that aren't familiar with that, somewhere between 3 and 4 inches would be able to support 250 to 300 pounds or more. So when you're on skates, you're not standing in one place either. But yeah, you do stop sometimes, so that would be good to be aware of your surroundings. I can't decide. Should I go the blue trail or the white trail? I think we'll take the white trail. We'll take the trail less traveled. How's that for advice? So, as you can see, it is beautiful out here. The sun is trying to poke out through the clouds, but we're going to get some snow tonight. Only about an inch or less here. And it's been a very strange winter in Maine. It's been mild for most of it. I only had maybe 2 snowstorms to clean up until recently. And I like coming here when there's snow on the ground because you could see all these critter tracks and try to guess what they are. That's probably a squirrel. Chipmunks are smaller than that. That's probably chipmunks right here. They're smaller. I have seen a rat here before too, so a mouse. It was a big mouse. Looked more like a rat than a mouse. I'm not an animal expert. I just know I don't like rats and mice. So, my ear is telling me that I've walked 1 mile in 24 minutes, which is not a good time. That's because I'm talking and looking at things, which is all right. I haven't walked for a couple of weeks because of the weather. And I know there isn't going to be a huge ice problem under the snow here today because of the way the temperatures have been. Everything froze and we haven't had any rain on top of it. So you can see some ice on top of the water here. It's nice. So anyway, shooting Saturday, we shot a lot of 22s, shotguns, and then we went again Sunday because our day was short Saturday. So we shot for 2 days this week. The reason why we went Sunday is Sunday we actually had absolutely magnificent sunshine. The sun was nice and bright, and it was enjoyable. Phew, I'm sweating my can off right now. I thought I'd feel cooler than this, but this extra thick LL Bean hoodie is really, really toasty. That, and I'm wearing some leggings. And you see these round holes? Those are ski poles. There's a couple of people that go through here, cross-country skiing through here, which is nice because that's what this place is intended for. So it just gives you an idea. You can come out here and do some cool things, and you get all the different stuff here to do. Or you could just walk through like me and look at it. And you know, there's a couple of people that watch these videos that I make from Europe. One, because they don't have firearms that they can use. Some of the countries have hunting firearms, which is okay. But they can't have handguns, or if they do, they need a serious permit for that. And anyway, you know all the headaches out there. So they watch on here sometimes and they enjoy this. And we have some people in the United States here who also watch this. And that's why I like looking at my stats. It doesn't tell me who, it doesn't give specific locations, but it gives regions and things like that. So welcome to everybody that watches these. A very small number watch this all the way through, which is understandable. So anyway, we did have fun shooting. Now it's kind of funny because my older brother went shooting with us, which isn't funny in itself, but nothing worked for him. Not a damn thing. So he brought a new Hubner stamped key or something like stamped. I don't have the last name of it. Stamps, because something is German. You can laugh at me if you're from Germany. But I know it was Rob Hubner. Robert Hubner invented this Mauser rifle that is an 8mm, and I can't really find much information on it, but it's a sniper rifle type thing, hunting rifle. It's a sporting model. It's vintage. It's an old rifle. I'm not sure what year. I'm guessing 40s or 50s. And he could not get that damn thing to work for him. There was some kind of safety flag that was in the way. It did something. From what he said, I'm still not quite sure what. But I wanted to try that sucker out. I never shot an 8mm round. It's somewhere between a 308 and 30-06. I don't know what that is in European measurements. When I went to school, metrics really wasn't taught or discussed. So we had the kings King's English kind of weights and measures. So, but anyway, I believe it's 8 by 57. So that is the round. And I'm sure it would have been a lot of fun to shoot. Had a great scope on it. Allegedly, from what my brother said, the scope itself can sell for $600. So I looked through that scope and I really loved the reticle in it. It had 2 lines matching the horizon, and it had a fatter line coming up from the bottom with a point on top. It was like an arrow tip, a knife tip. And I got to look through the scope. I didn't get to shoot it though. So we'll see what happens with that next week. Now next Saturday it's supposed to be about 40 degrees with partly sunny, mostly sunny. So that should be a good range day next week if that holds in the forecast. So, whew. Definitely feel a little bit of loss of stamina because I haven't been walking much because of the weather. So, excuse me for my breathing, grunts and groans. So, well, at least if I keel over from a heart attack, you'll be the first ones to see it. Or somebody will that finds this. At least they'll know I have a sense of humor about it. So, much easier walking because the ground is softer because it's 35. It's not that hard, crunchy, frozen snow. I can hear a jet plane. Probably not gonna see them. Probably above the clouds. Yep. Something angry sounding. Maybe World War III starting and I'm out in the woods. Might be time to duck and cover. Well, sounds like we're catching the wake. Sounds louder. So it's already gone by. Well, that was cool. Never know what you're gonna run into out here. So, we'll go shooting next week. I uploaded a new shotgun video. It's about 2 minutes, 18 seconds. There was some old pine tree stumps that somebody had pulled. They made pretty good shooting targets, actually. Now my brother was shooting, my younger brother, and one of his pellet shots came back and hit me in the forehead, which happens sometimes when you shoot shotguns. I think he was shooting steel shot. I don't know for sure though. I was shooting lead. They look like the same box, so I don't know how his ricocheted back like that. Mine says lead on it and the one he had didn't. I looked at it, so different batch. I don't know. But point being, the stumps were frozen. Probably had a rock in it or something, which is why you should wear eye protection. And it really didn't hurt. It just felt like it hit me and bounced off. That's happened to me quite a few times because when I shoot things with shotguns, I like to come up on it and shoot up close. So I don't do that with steel shot though. Only lead shot. Steel shot basically is a bunch of BBs. And if you ever fired a BB gun when you were a kid, you don't want to shoot your eye out, kid. So it's kind of like that. Remember one time I had a single pump pistol. You just pull it back. It was shaped like a 1911 when I was a kid, BB gun. And I shot at a metal ashtray. Steel ashtray. Back then it was steel. It wasn't no cheap aluminum. And that came right back at me and hit me in the cheek. Could have lost an eye. But it was a valuable lesson. Now over here, in this pond, which I have filmed for you many times, it looks frozen solid. I'm going to listen and try to feel if there's any give. You hop up and down a little bit. There's no give. So I can tell by looking at it with air bubbles in there. It's frozen all the way through. Right? Because it wasn't very deep to begin with. I'm recording. Just talking to myself. So we're going to go over here and we're going to check out the bird feeder. I always wanted to check out this bird feeder. See if anybody's home. See if anybody's in here. Can't tell. So this feels a little slushy right here. Footprints are filling up with water. So if this was really deep water right here, if this was deep water, this would not be safe to walk on. Because when you see water coming up like that, that's not good. And if you're on a bigger body of water underneath, there's less support structurally for it. So, I don't know who that guy was, but he gave me the creeps. Some people just give off that vibe. That guy was weird. He went up through there somewhere. But don't confront me none, because I protect myself, if you know what I'm saying. So, that guy definitely was weird though. So let's take the yellow trail. Got the red that ended here, yellow, so this goes up to the green, which is what I want. So, anyway, I got some more wood here. They'll probably come through here with a snowmobile with a sled behind it, and they'll load up some wood on it to burn it. That's what I would do. It's free lumber right there, and they own the land, and the trees already fell because nature took it down. So that wasn't here last time I was here. And I'm wondering if that's that pile of wood that was down way over by that frog pond, because it looks like it. And all of this looks like it has snow on it mixed with sawdust and dirt. So those were probably on the ground, and they moved them here because there's snow here that goes underneath them. Snow would have landed on top, and we didn't have any snow until recently. So here's some more ski tracks. Cross-country skiing. That might be fun, actually. That might be something I would enjoy. Not in this place, but someplace more out in the woods with more open space, but this might actually be better to, like, I've never done it before, so it might actually be better to do. And so beautiful fresh air today. We got an extra hour of daylight from just a month ago when I walked through here. So we hit the winter solstice just before Christmas. And first day of winter was December 20th, I think. 19th, it was the day that the world ended when the power went out. So, welcome to winter. So we got a snowmobile trail that goes through here. I don't know where this goes, because I've never been through here. But they got a snowmobile trail here, so we'll go take a look. Maybe they came over here. Oh, yeah, they did. That's the sawdust I see on the snow. That's that pile of wood we saw over there. They cut it up over here and brought it there. I get it. So they must have hauled out that other stuff. Okay. Yeah, I never walked over here. It's not usually a trail here. It looks like they made one with the snowmobile. It's like it's been run over a few times. So we can definitely see where they've been cutting wood. Sawdust. Alright, looks like they snowmobiled there. Looks like they might have turned it around maybe, because I don't see it going into the woods. Alright. Very nice. So cutting over there too, over here. Always something to see when you come here. So, alright. Probably coming up on 2 miles soon. That's a nice shot right there. It's nice out here. Quiet. Peace and damn quiet. Except for my yakking. Oh, sun's trying to peek out. So there's not too much left to talk about as far as gun laws go. Janet Mills in Maine here, governor, or governess. I think calling them governess is illegal now. I jest. But she's mulling around the idea of advocating for an assault weapons ban in Maine. And the good news is Mainers aren't having that. And I think they're going to end up not pushing their gun agenda too much here in Maine because they can't. Too many Democrats here own firearms and they own AR rifles. As much as you hear people complain about that in the media, a lot of people here own them. A lot of Democrats and independents, as well as Republicans. So all of their gun legislation last year failed, all 15 measures, including the 2 introduced by Republicans that would have put armed people in schools, which was a no-brainer. There was another law that it's not getting any traction. They want to pass the ability to sue a business that does not allow you to have a firearm to protect yourself in it in case of injury as a result, because you were denied your Second Amendment right to protect yourself. So that is a common sense law that, unfortunately, with the Democrat legislature, which includes the Senate and I think we'll go this way. The Senate and the House and the Senate, I meant to say, including a Democrat governor. Chances are very slim that that would pass. But it's been kind of a stalemate. It's a very narrow, thin line. There's enough Democrats from areas where Democrats own firearms that it's stymieing things they're trying to do. And that could change this fall, later this year, when it's time to vote again. So I got a couple of benches here. I've never been on this trail. That's a cool looking tree. That tree's been around for a long time. That tree is an old tree. It has what happens to everything that gets old. It's scarred up, damaged, but it's still kicking. So, I don't think that law is going to get much traction here in Maine for an assault rifle ban. I think they're going to talk about it for the media, and they're going to blame some kind of gun group in Maine for it, because they won't blame themselves, because they're not going to say, well, we have too many Democrats that won't support it. They won't tell you that in the media. But that's what happened. Nothing else explains 15 failed bills other than the voters don't want it and they have the majority in government. So we've seen what's happened with that in other states. There's a happy little brook. Nice. Make sure I don't step on any icy rocks. Good thing I got my waterproof boots. So, that was one of the bills they wanted to get passed, to have it liability to sue businesses that prevent you from bringing a firearm into their establishment. Because we got constitutional carry in Maine. For you European people not familiar with it, it basically means that you can carry a firearm without a permit. You can buy one without a permit. And I used to say you need to be 18 and that's it, but now they've changed that to 21 because of a national federal law passed by Congress, which was Republicans compromising with Democrats. And I honestly feel we shouldn't do that. These people are no good. As far as I'm concerned, they're communist, socialist, neo-Marxist, far-left extremists, whatever you want to call them. I'm sick to death of them. I'm not going to go along with any of their BS. I'm not going to use their lingo. And that's the end of that. They can kiss my ass. So the same thing goes with gun legislation. So we don't have any restrictions on magazine capacities here in Maine. We don't have any restrictions on types of firearms. It's basically whatever you see on the store shelf, you can buy it. It's your business. You still have to do an FBI background check. So if you're a felon, got a criminal record or something like that, you can't buy one. So they try to legislate against people that haven't broken the law yet. And, you know, a good example of that is the Illinois assault weapons ban and pistol ban. There's certain pistols that are banned. They are the quote-unquote AK style pistols, you know what I mean? They have that tube on the end of it and call it a pistol, where you can put a shoulder rest on it. And it's like a small carbine. But according to the ATF's rules, it's less than a carbine, so it's classified as a pistol because it doesn't have a stock on it. Now, if you put one on it, you're in violation of the law in that state. So, anyway, they banned them entirely. Any AK style or similar style assault pistols are banned. I checked on the list of banned firearms in Illinois, or as I call it, Illinosis, because they're in a whole nother universe and they're demented in another dimension. The Mini 14, the reason why I checked that is because I own one, and my brother does also. So, in Illinois, it just says Sturm and Ruger Mini 14 Tactical. That's all it says. As I get see, I got 2 miles at 51 minutes, it says. I'm guessing that's total time, because I can't imagine I just took an hour for a mile. But that's possible. I'm sweating too good for that. But anyway, Sturm and Ruger Mini 14, if you're not familiar, it's a 223 Remington or 5.56 NATO. Very small bullet, travels at high velocity. Same round used in the AR-15 Evil Rifles of Death. So it just says Sturm and Ruger Mini 14 Tactical. So it doesn't specify if that is tactical because of adjustable stock, because they sell a tactical model like the one that I have, where you can adjust the stock. Mine has a folding stock. It's got a pistol grip, and I'm assuming that's what they banned, anything with a pistol grip, because they swear to God, they swear to the Lord Almighty, if a rifle has a pistol grip, it is the work of Satan. It gives everybody the tool to go out there and kill the whole world. It is now an assault rifle. These people are stupid. So, the other thing with the Mini 14 is you can change the stock in literally 30 seconds to a minute. Doesn't take long at all. You pop the trigger guard off with a screwdriver through a hole in the trigger guard. You just put some leverage on it, it pops loose. You take it out, you put another stock on. Literally that quick. So, you get a tactical one, which does have the bird cage on the end. Flash hider. Or some people call it a muzzle brake, even though that's not what it is on a Mini 14. It's a flash hider. As people that own the ranch models without it know, without it you get a nice fireball out of it, which can obscure what you're shooting at sometimes, which is why they use a flash hider. Plus it hides the flash. One of those assault rifle things. So anyways, if you take the stock off and use the wood stock I have that looks like Grandpa's old hunting rifle wood stock, it's the same gun with a different stock, does the same thing. And I'm telling you right now, pistol grip or not, it doesn't make it more lethal. It's a completely useless, stupid thing that they give to uninformed voters who don't know anything about firearms. They go, oh, okay, that makes sense. You gotta have a stock like Grandpa had on his hunting rifle, then it's not dangerous. Put that pistol grip on it though, oh my God, look out. We gotta ban those. So that's the mentality behind why they do that, as far as I can tell. Because really, nothing else makes sense. It's the same bullet. And on top of that, it's not a magic bullet. It's not even the best killing bullet. And people are like, what do you mean? Well, the AR-15 is the most mass-produced rifle because it looks cool, and that's what gun owners want, because it resembles a military style rifle, but it doesn't have the same capabilities as a military rifle. It's still a semi-automatic. A more effective round would be a .308, which is what Robert Card used in the mass shooting here in Lewiston. He used it in an AR-10 rifle, and thankfully he had mechanical problems with it and had to leave. But unfortunately, he stopped in at a backup location and killed people there. It makes me wonder if he had been able to do what he wanted to do at the bowling alley, if he wouldn't have gone to Schmenge's. So what was good luck for some people left at the bowling alley turned into bad luck somewhere else. So, but anyway, he used an AR-10 with a .308 rifle, .308 caliber, which is on nobody's ban list. The AR-10 is on the ban list, so it'd have to be a different rifle, but there's different rifles that shoot .308. And if you're skilled with shooting a firearm, you can change magazines, whether it holds 5 rounds or 30. It doesn't really make much difference time-wise. You push a button and the magazine falls out, put in another one, keep shooting. So if you got a 5-round magazine, you shoot 4, that leaves 1 round chambered, pop in a new magazine, because the one that you popped out is empty, and you can just keep shooting as long as you have magazines and bullets. So it's really that simple. People don't get it. You limit a pistol to 10 rounds. Well, carry 2 magazines. You got 20 rounds. I carry 1 magazine that's got 18 rounds. So what is that really doing, you know? You push a button and the magazine falls out and you pop in a new one and keep shooting. They're really that stupid. But at the end of the day, like I've said on these walks many times, it's not about safety, it's not about saving lives, it's about defunding the gun lobby. So you start suing manufacturers for their firearms because people were killed. The industry loses money. There's less money for the NRA, there's less money for other gun lobbies, and there's less influence in DC, which in turn takes funding away from Republicans. And that is really, literally, in a nutshell, what this is all about. Because as I've said a million times, if they cared about saving lives, more people die from fentanyl poisoning and drugs coming into this country than from firearms. So that's just a fact. And they're not doing anything about it. They're leaving the border open. So it's not about saving lives with Democrats. That's just it. And there's too many Republicans that want borders open too, that don't openly say it. These big funders like the Koch brothers, multi-billionaires, they want open borders. They want cheap labor to come into this country so they can exploit them for profit in their factories and companies, and it's a big scam. America is being raped and pillaged by everybody, and China is laughing at us, and so is Russia. And the Russians are nice people, but their government is shit. The Chinese government is shit. Excuse my French. So, anyways, we're walking through. I don't know how much battery I got left. According to this, I've been walking an hour, and I can't check it with my phone app because I'm using GPS right now for my walk, because I like to record my distance and all that. And if I take the internet off to connect with the camera, because it uses its own Wi-Fi built in, then I will undoubtedly screw up my walk, but I don't know for sure. I've never tested it. Well, technically I'm using the phone's internet. I'm not using Wi-Fi, so it shouldn't interfere with it. But my Apple Watch did interfere with my phone's GPS, so that's why I don't wear it on my walks anymore, even though it's more accurate. Anyway, whew, this looks a lot different with the snow, doesn't it? We've been through here when it's not snowing. So that's my little bit of my assessment on the firearms. So they have the Mini 14 Tactical on it, and they don't really specify. I'm assuming, like I said, that they mean the tactical stock. Now you see here how they walked up sideways with the skis. They put their skis like this, uphill here, and came up this way, looks like. Interesting. Something I'd probably break my hind end on doing. You can see where they came through here like that. All right, we're coming up on that stretch where I saw those turkeys, and I don't think anybody in the video, anybody that's watched the video, got to see it. Which I'm sorry, this camera doesn't have a zoom, neither does the other one. I didn't think to take my cell phone out because I'm numb in the cabeza. So this is an area I gotta watch where I'm walking because there's ice stuff like that. So that's nice. I got to go for a walk today. I'm glad you came with me if you're still listening. And thank you for watching the channel. And if this abruptly ends, I might record a little thing on the end after I get home if the battery dies. And ooh, that's nice. I love that noise. I wouldn't like that noise late at night while I'm trying to sleep. It made me want to go use the restroom. Alright, so I'm going to be coming up on that sign that goes to Whale Rock. And yes, I'm going to say it. If the whale is rocking, don't come a knocking. Ooh, my lower back is burning. Not from the walk, but from an old injury. 2005. Screwed up a disc. It's still screwed up. It's one of those things, you just live with it. Doesn't feel good, I have to be honest right now. But in the long run, this is actually good for it. For the muscles around it. So I'm going to go up this way. Go up this hill. That's the Whale Rock sign. Got a trail that goes this way. Green trail. We're going to go this way. Seems like a popular route. This is the area the turkeys went through. I didn't take this little shortcut yet. So this is new. That day I saw deer going through here. It's the same area I saw turkeys go through here. There was like 2 deer. All I saw was a gray tail hopping down over the ridge. I didn't actually see the deer. Okay, I got tiny footprints here. Either a girl or a kid. A woman. Alright, let's get up the hill. Oh, this is steep. I feel this in my thighs, right where it connects to my knee, which is what I want. I have really good muscle definition in my legs. because of this stuff. Whew. All right. Animal tracks. That looks bigger than deer. That looks like that might have been a moose. No joke. We get mooses. We saw moose tracks where we shoot one day. That's deer track, smaller. All right. Whew, I am soaked in sweat. No joke. Which is okay. Take a hot shower when I get home. Heading up the hill. All right. I can tell you, it's a lot more work walking in snow. You don't have that firm traction. It's almost like walking on sand. Even though this is packed down, every single step my foot gives out behind me. Whew. Now I gotta go up sideways, because that's really steep. Right here. Dig your cleats in. Your tread. All right. Oh my goodness. Definitely more work. Catch my breath a minute. Thing just went off in my ear, telling me I've met my calorie goal. All right, let's get up the last part of this. Thank you for coming along to watch my death. Like that book, 50 Yards to the Outhouse by Willie Make It. Almost at the top. Whew, really steep. Ooh, my legs are burning. All right. come up this way before. That's much steeper than this way. I'm gonna sit down on this cold frozen bench. Whew, I made it. So that's the green trail, and so is that. And we came up. Definitely steeper on that side. This one's steep too, but it's not as much of a killer. But I hadn't gone that way yet, so I think I'm gonna go the hard way every time. I mean, kind of like a new challenge. So if you're watching this for the first time or the second time, usually most of the year I walk 5 miles every other day. Comes out to about, added up with extra miles, like you get 5.5 miles, 6 miles one day. Sometimes on a Sunday it'll be 7 miles. Added up during the week, it comes out to about 25 miles a week walking. That's added walking compared to regular walking throughout the day. So that's not like leaving the app on all day long. Would obviously be more than 25 miles a week. I hear some geese, some ducks or something. I think they're geese. So this is nice. I'm gonna have some nice pictures from today too, because with these videos you can do screenshots. Records in 1080p. Can record in 4K. That would be really good, but it uses more battery. At least I think it does. So I might try it someday though. I'll bring the backup camera. Try to record something in 4K. See how that looks on YouTube. Probably pretty damn good. I might try that. See if there really is a difference in battery life. There'll definitely be a difference in memory card, but I always have plenty of memory card left over. So go up this way. We've been this way before. Looks different because of snow. Whew, runny nose. I am sweating my can off, no doubt about that. And the other thing is, it's easier to see these markings on the trees for the trails against a white background. I don't know if that's just from old eyeballs. I can clearly see that green mark on that tree, and it feels like when everything's green behind it, it's more difficult for me to see. So again, if this just turns off because I run out of battery, which it might pretty soon, I will either officially add on an ending at home, or I'll just let this end. If I'm walking like this and I'm not saying anything and it just stops, I'll probably just let it end that way. So just letting you know. Kind of amazing to see those bugs in the wintertime, and you get insects. It's like they know how to survive, man. Think about that. Well, it's not clear today, but out through this line of trees, which I'm assuming that might be why this is cleared out, and you have a bench right here. As you can see, Mount Washington in New Hampshire in the back there, but you can't see it today because it's got clouds. But what does it say? His spirit will linger here forever. Real Ray M. Landry, 1923 to 1996. 73 years old, he passed away. This must have been his favorite spot. That's nice. Rest in peace, Mr. Landry. So, come along here. If I remember right, a lot of times it stopped recording not too far ahead from here, so I'm just giving you the heads up. It feels like I've walked more than 3 miles. It does. It's different when there's snow on the ground, I'm telling you. It's a whole new thing. It takes more effort, more energy. Go through here. Fireplace number 1. I'm going to take a look down over the ridge. I like to do that. All right, well, thank you all for watching. I'm going to keep this on and just walk out the rest of it with no talking. I swear this time. I really thank you for watching the channel. Click like and subscribe. And I really appreciate it very much. I'm not monetized, though I qualify to be. I might actually start doing the work on that. Personally, I don't think it's going to pay Jack-Ola, and I don't think they're going to approve me, but we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a beautiful, blessed day. God bless you and your family and friends, and stay out of trouble. And keep shooting safely. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Hello. I think this is the first time I walked through here in the wintertime. I just wanted to add that in. Since I was a kid anyway. And even then, I don't think I ever came through here in the wintertime. So this was a new experience for me too. Well, this is going to run out of battery soon. About 1 hour and 50 minutes almost, according to my app that's talking to me. That's the length of time I've been walking, not the length of time I've been recording. So it's probably about an hour and a half. I'm picking up an extra half mile to make my 5 miles. So I'm taking a long way. Thanks for watching.